Laverne in the wake of a police department sex scandal. Meagan Hall was the only female among the 5 officers
What happened
fired.
was inexcusable.
And now they're suing over what they call
Imagine being caught up in a scandal that not only threatens your job, but your entire life as you know it. This is the story of Meagan Hall, a young petite blonde with a baby face who grew up in rural Tennessee and dreamed of a career in acting, but destroyed that possibility after she pursued a career in law enforcement and made multiple bad decisions. Decisions that would turn her into a viral meme, which would be posted all over the internet and follow her around to future employment opportunities and get herself and 7 other co-workers fired. If these memes didn't make any sense, they will in just a minute. On her path to becoming an officer of the law, she met Jedediah Hall, her future husband and son of a preacher. They fell in love and made a life together. What seemed to be a perfectly matched couple that met in college, they tied the knot in 2018 and bought a home together. But underneath the happy pictures that they were posting together, something was brewing that would change the course of both of their lives. In December of 2022, a complaint was filed at the Laverne Police Department where Meagan worked by the mayor of Laverne, alleging that Meagan was having intimate relations with other members of the department, including some during work hours. She ended up saying, "Me and my husband were kind of on the verge of a divorce, and I just cracked and then it just got out of hand." The resulting internal investigation revealed that these affairs were alleged to have taken place not just at hotels, but during work parties, in the workplace, and even on a boat. Some of these romantic events reportedly happened during football watch parties, and the resultant report from the investigation describes other findings like Hall and the men continuously sending scandalous images to one another, participating in what's been described as a cops gone wild episode. She has also allegedly had relations with a co-worker while at a houseboat party that was thrown in celebration of Memorial Day. According to Meagan, her bathing suit was a little too loose and fell off, which started the rest of the occasion. Despite these shocking findings, Meagan's husband Jedediah seemed to have had an idea of what was going on, but never set hard boundaries. In the spring of 2022, Meagan tried to get him to sleep with another married couple, one of whom was an officer she worked with. In a conversation she had during the investigation, she said this about her co-worker and his wife, which had visited her home in an attempt to push her husband into doing something he didn't want to do. When Magliocco was like right by us, and then on the couch, Mags was like, "If y'all start kissing, maybe Jed will get into," my husband, into the idea. And then when we started kissing, Jedediah was like, "No." As we go deeper into how this whole thing affected Meagan, you might begin to question why she would try to put her husband in the same position that she claimed to be put in. The other officers involved in this scandal had reportedly been under the impression that Meagan was in an open relationship, but after seeing her husband's reaction firsthand, they began to realize that was not the case. Not that it stopped them from continuing to spend private time with Meagan though. Eventually, Sergeant Ty McGowan became the whistleblower who alerted the mayor as to what was going on. However, while McGowan was willing to tell the mayor's office what Meagan and everyone else was up to, he left out the detail that he also was a complicit in sharing a bed with her. He also reportedly became rude and verbally aggressive when his own activity was eventually questioned and investigated. As a result of the probe, 8 officers were let go, including Meagan herself, without pay. Meagan and her husband were then left without the $53,000 a year income that she brought in. In a lawsuit that she brought forth towards her ex-co-workers, she claims to have been groomed into doing what she did and has explained the trauma that she's gotten from the whole ordeal. Today, she is still trying to receive compensation for lost wages, mental suffering, emotional distress, and ultimately the harm of her reputation. Her husband has decided to stick with her and attempt to work out their problems.